Oh, hello. We are live. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
You look different,
Shabs.
Roosh.
Yeah. Big shoes to fill from Rusha. Size 6s, I think. But
I know. Well, she's a size 4. You're a 3 now?
Yeah.
Welcome along to the Roosh and Shaban show with Dean Bouzanis as our guest. Watch along tonight, of course, because we're going to watch Aston Villa against Arsenal in the WSL. That went swimmingly according to plan because we were meant to be on an hour ago.
Yeah. A few disruptions on the way, I think, as we've heard. Big game for Arsenal, though. Bounced back after last week and the result that they had. You know, there's a job to do and hopefully they go ahead and do it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's quite interesting having you here tonight because obviously you're Steph Catley's fiancé.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people in the chat are going to be asking questions.
Fire away.
But it is what it is. And we're here and it's good. And kick-off's about 10 minutes from now. Like we say, huge game for Arsenal. Massive game for Aston Villa because it feels like they've been off it this season. As Dean Bouzanis would say, miles off it.
Yeah.
That's his slogan, by the way.
Yeah. That's one that we use, don't we? When someone's off it, we just say they're miles off it. But
you're miles and miles off it. Can I do an Australian accent?
yeah, you've sent me a voice note before on Instagram saying miles off it. Give me your best miles off it.
He's miles off it. Miles and miles off it. That's
a bit posh.
It's a bit posh on that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was actually giving my Aussie accent to somebody yesterday, and she majorly appreciated it. Another
I think it's
Australian
good.
I actually thought it was absolutely decent. Who is this bloke? This bloke is Dean Bouzanis. He's the Sutton United goalkeeper, but also Steph Catley's other half. She's the better half, I would imagine.
Yes, she is.
She's the better half.
Yeah.
And you attend all of the Arsenal games pretty much most of the time. What have you made of the season so far, Dean?
Yeah, look, I enjoy watching the women, become a big fan of the Arsenal ladies, obviously due to Steph, but I've followed her career very closely. And look, with the squad that they've got and, you know, what they've recruited this year, you know, I think they've done okay. I think they should have done a bit better and fight for more things. However, there is still competitions that they are fighting in.
Yep.
And, you know, hopefully, you know, especially next week, they can lift their first trophy of the season and continue to push in the league.
I mean, the repeat of what happened last week happens next week. Like you say, Easter Sunday, Conti Cup final. Same finalists as last year too. It'll be amazing to see the difference, hopefully, in this Arsenal side coming up against Chelsea next week.
Yeah, of course. Well, I was at Palace last year when they played Chelsea, and I thought they were brilliant. The ladies.
That was such a good game. That was a great game.
Very good game. And, you know, I thought they performed well. And even at the Emirates this year, when the girls played Chelsea at home, I thought they were brilliant. I think when Arsenal played to their maximum, they can beat anybody on their day. And obviously Chelsea's a great team, and their success speaks for itself. So I think it should be a good game and two good teams fighting it out.
Fingers crossed. Let's talk about the team news for tonight before we get underway. Okay, so for Arsenal, Zinsberger in goal, Fox, Wubben-Moy, Leah Williamson, Beth Mead, Kim Little, Frida Manham, Kate McCabe, Victoria Pelova, Alyssa Russo and Chloe Lacasse. 4 changes to this team on last week's performance. Leah Volti, we should mention, has what's been described as a knee injury that will keep her out for the next few weeks.
Yeah, I think she picked up a niggle in training with her knee. So I think she might be out a couple of weeks. But I think, you know, after last week's performance, a few changes, you know, were expected. And it's a chance for new players to come in and show what they're about.
How do going into games like this when there has been delays, I mean, this is 2 delays now in a row for Arsenal, how do you keep yourself motivated? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, well, it has, yeah. Whether it's due to weather or something out of your control, it does happen. However, they are professionals and they need to still perform. You know, they're playing for a massive club like Arsenal, and at the end of the day, you don't want to use excuses, and they have to perform.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, especially after last week where the game got delayed last week. But, you know, they've got a job to do, and if they want to fight for titles, they've got to pick up results.
Did Steph keep the socks?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Have you kept the socks?
No way. I will never touch Chelsea gear.
You've got such a rivalry.
I'm a big Liverpool fan, so I have to. I can't go near Chelsea.
By the way, also, I mean, I love Jurgen Klopp. We're United fans, but United main fans. But I wanted them to win a quad so bad. I don't know if I should have felt that way. But I wanted Klopp to win the quadruple so bad.
Yeah.
But the women's team have been so good this season. Liverpool women. They've been exceptional.
They have. They've been
good
performing
job.
very well, yeah. I think they got a 0-0 draw today in the derby. But overall, I think they've been very good.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Aston Villa's starting 11. Annalia in goal, Sarah Malin, Anna Patton, Jordan Nobbs, Daly as captain, Kenza Daly, Turner, Salmon, Leon, Moritz and Pacheco. I don't think there's any changes, actually, to that side. Doesn't look like there's any changes in there. What have you made of their season so far?
Yeah, look, obviously last year I thought they were very good. I think Rachel Daly is obviously a very important player for them, and also is Jordan Nobbs. We know how Jordan Nobbs is. She's a top professional and a good player, and they've got threats. And that's when we talk about like excuses and all this stuff. Like Arsenal have a job to do against a good team at home, and it won't be easy. So I think it should be a good game.
Yeah. What about the Chelsea game today? I know you had your eye on the Chelsea-West Ham game.
Yeah.
Ended 2-0?
Ended 2-0, yeah. I think Cuthbert scored in the 88th minute. But I did miss the first half.
Why? What were you doing?
Chilling with you.
Well, we're working really hard, okay?
Preparing, weren't we? Preparing. But I heard West Ham had a lot of chances and it could have been a very different game. But saying that, that's where Chelsea are a top team as well, because when their chances come, they take it. And that's why they're always fighting at the top.
Do you think Man City have a chance this season?
Yes, I do. I love the way they play their football. Obviously, being part of the City group before in Melbourne City, there's this philosophy there and a style of play. And I think that the way that they play, it's good to see. It's good on the eye. And, it's good for the women's game to see competitive teams and a lot of teams fighting for the top spot.
Absolutely. It's so much more interesting. And Manchester United have been so disappointing this season because we could have been looking like at a 4-horse title race, but they've not been at it. It's not been the same at all. I mean, I think even Aston Villa, Anna Leatt in goal. Anna Leatt's an exceptional goalkeeper, but I think they miss Hannah Hampton.
Yeah.
And Chelsea have benefited having Hannah Hampton, even though she's young. And I think I heard something like 7 clubs were in for her.
Really?
But how do you deny then Chelsea, Emma Hayes, that kind of thing? I mean, it's been
a big attraction.
But Aston Villa have certainly missed her.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I think what Hannah Hampton brings, which is different to a lot of other goalkeepers, is a distribution. She starts a lot of attacks. Yeah, and she's obviously a massive loss for Aston Villa.
Yeah, I mean, a huge loss, and it's just not been a great season for them. So this will be an interesting game tonight. If you have just joined us, please please subscribe. Thanks for coming along. We're going to do a watch along of Aston Villa against Arsenal. This is Dean Bouzanis. He's a goalkeeper for Sutton United. Big Arsenal women's fan too. Looks a little bit better looking than Russia, I'd say. But lots of you asking where Rush is. Unavailable tonight. How out of order is she?
Yeah, she just picks and chooses. She's gone big time now.
I know. She scored a goal last week and now
1 tonight, so she picks and chooses when she wants to come.
By the way, London City winning again tonight at the
Is that 3 in a row now?
3 in a row?
They're flying. Absolutely flying.
It's unbelievable.
What is going on? They've turned the season around. New gaffer, I hear.
Yeah, Remy Allen at the wheel.
Fair play.
But I couldn't believe it because they were getting beat 1-0 against Charlton. 5 minutes, the goal was scored from Charlton. And then I was going, time's gone on, watching Flash score. And it was like 89 minutes.
Charlton top of the league now.
Yeah? Is that... No, wait, are they?
I think they are, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, today's result might affect them. But such an exciting league as the Championship. And again, like you were talking there about like seeing more teams starting to compete. I actually think the Championship is like where I'm watching now. Mostly because of Rush, obviously following her kind of thing. But that's an amazing win for her today. I'm going to get that off the screen because it's annoying me. Talk amongst yourself, Dino. Tell us a story.
Oh, what can we say here? You've put me on the spot now.
Let's see.
Remove from Chrome.
Enable.
Yeah, we're on.
Got it.
We're back.
We're live.
Oh, Shebs, something's happened.
It's come off. Sorry, stick with me.
Sorry, guys.
Dean, that's your fault.
First time on, it's all gone to pot. Here we go.
Right, okay. We are building up towards kick-off. Again, if you also have just joined us, Arsenal were delayed in getting to the game due to problems with traffic. Jonas mentioned in his pre-match interview there that they can control a lot of situations, but they can't control the traffic on the M1. But we are underway now. Is this at Villa Park?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh.
Decent crowd, good crowd there, yeah. It's good to see.
I like Villa Park.
I've never actually been, to be honest.
Have you not?
One of the grounds I've never been to, yeah. Last Friday I went to Stamford Bridge for the first time as well.
That was your first time at Stamford Bridge?
Never been.
I suppose you do not like Chelsea, so...
Well, yeah, I follow Liverpool, but I've never followed Liverpool there, so...
Shady from Dean. Shady indeed. Okay, so they're coming out onto the pitch. It's a good turnout, to be fair.
Very good turnout, yeah. Arsenal fans in their numbers again, which is good to see.
They are travelling a lot, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Putting the work in.
Filling out the stadiums and stuff like that, which is good.
It's a shame this season for Arsenal not being in the Champions League, not getting to Wembley for an FA Cup final. It is, considering you've got a team full of stars there, Dean. It's not. I think there's something not clicked.
I think with them, not having the Champions League, which is a massive blow to these players because that's where you want to be playing, highest level. You then focus on the league and making sure that, you're up there or thereabouts. And look, I think it's, as every Arsenal fan, I think we expected more to be closer. However, the season's not done. And, there's another game ahead of them tonight where they can put things right. And I think that's the most important thing. But, a team like this and what they've got and the quality that they have, with signing Russo and, Emily Fox and players like this.
She's unbelievable.
Great player, good athlete.
Yeah.
I think they can only get stronger and will get stronger.
Okay. That was a diplomatic answer.
Yeah. Got to be very careful with a few answers here.
Very, very, very careful today. By the way, someone in the chat saying you look like Shane Ward. Do you know who Shane Ward is?
I know Shane Warne.
You don't look like him.
No,
Shane
I don't know
Ward,
Shane Ward.
he won. Did he win Pop Idol? I think he did win Pop Idol.
Can't get a photo up. I've got to see.
Shane Ward, remember, that's my goal. I'm not here to say I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. Never
I'm
heard
not
that.
here to lie to you.
Shane Ward.
I'm here to say
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It wasn't bad. I was into it when I was young, but...
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Similar Barnett.
There you go, I'll take that one. Little chubby one there.
He's got a belly like me in the off-season.
How's you've got a wee bit of an injury at the minute, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've got had an MRI on Monday. I've got a bursitis in my foot between my third and fourth metatarsal, which is pressing on the nerve there. So it's giving me a bit of pain, but rested up this week and try and train again tomorrow. And it's one of those ones where it's wear and tear and stuff like that. But I think it will come with rest. And there's not long left in the season, so I guess the rest will come in the off season.
Is it like? Can you see it? Can you see it under?
No,
the
you
skin?
can't see it. No, I had an injection thinking it was something else. I had it's called a Morton's neuroma. I had an injection on my other foot which fixed it, but this didn't fix it, obviously because of it's a bursitis. So it's just rest, I guess. So,
okay. Well, it works. Chill.
Yeah, I'm happy to chill.
Happy to chill for a while. Okay, so we're about to kick off now at Villa Park. It should be an interesting game tonight. By the way, it's live on Sky, which you can watch on Now TV. A few people asking where you can watch it, but make sure you hit mute on that and stick with us for the commentary, because that's just the way it should be. Okay, Dino, before we get underway, quick score prediction, please.
3-1 Arsenal.
Okay.
Russo double.
Okay, Russo double. Interesting. I mean, she's got, to be fair, it's a hard move, isn't it?
Big expectation.
High expectation. Yeah. Again, I think that's something that'll come even more so next season with a bit more time.
Of course, I think, as a professional footballer, moving clubs is not easy. She's done so well at Man United. She's come down to London and, it takes time to adapt. I know we can say there's only like a couple of games left of the season, but she's a quality player and that's why Arsenal have signed her. So I think there is a lot more from Russo. I think she's a great player and she can bring a lot to this team.
Okay. Well, we're underway. It's 0-0. Aston Villa hosting this game at Villa Park
Villain Park.
against
That's a
Arsenal.
new one.
Do you want to hear my Jonas impression?
Yeah, go on.
We are the Arsenal, and we're live on.
It's very close, to be fair.
On the YouTube channel.
So, Jonas, what was the delay today?
I can't control the M1.
Can you leave later, Jonas? Earlier.
Well, you know, we try.
Yeah.
We push. We do our best. That's good.
It is
That's good,
yeah.
honestly. I was saying...
You've got good impressions, to be fair.
I feel that when I'm with someone with an accent, I just try and...
You try and put it on.
Apparently, it's a way of making the other person feel at ease.
Okay.
But anyway, I
get it all the time, to be fair.
I'm a bit of a thespian. Some of you asking for a date with Russia. Listen.
Me and Roosh?
No, Tino, come on.
Oh,
no, we all know we're tied down to Catley and she will batter Russia. Just imagine that.
Big chance.
Oh, what happened?
Frida Marnham, great chance. Got in behind, not sure by who. Looks like Bethia. Yeah, great ball in behind. Frida with a chance, flashed across goal. Started brightly, I think, Arsenal, which is good to see.
Okay. Frida's had a good season.
Yeah, I thought last year she was brilliant.
She was.
Yeah, she was very good. She's been in and out this year.
Must
obviously.
be frustrating.
Of course, yeah. Especially, I think she got Player of the Year last year, didn't she?
She was exceptional.
And she was very good. You know, another top quality player. But look, this is a chance for her to show what she's about, I guess. She wants to be playing every week like every other footballer does.
She's an absolute giant. She's up there with your height.
Not that tall, but yeah.
Oh, she's taller than you.
I saw her in town the other day, actually, and she, she's quite tall. Lovely girl, to be fair.
Yeah, lovely.
Very welcoming.
Okay, so here we go. Leah Williamson. How do you feel about her being back in the squad? Like, what does she bring and what was missed?
Yeah, big leader. Obviously captain for the Lionesses. And she had a big injury. I know she did a rehab to 100%. She's a top professional. And I think having her back in the team is obviously a boost. She's quick. And I think Arsenal have missed her throughout the year. I think she's been a big miss.
Yeah.
Also, along with Kim Little, I know she's picked up a few injuries. I think those two there were a big miss for Arsenal this year.
Kim's quality.
Very good.
Such a quality player. Everywhere she's been, I also still feel that she is a wee bit underrated. Like, Rush and I were chatting before when it came down to the Ballon d'Or. And it's like, how has she not ever been nominated?
I know, yeah.
How is she not up there? Again, I don't know if...
Is it a national team thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you can take that into consideration. But then there were other players in there whose countries hadn't...
That's true.
Performed or whatever like that. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Kim. I think she's very underrated. Everyone speaks so highly of her, and you can just see the quality that she's got. The way she plays, her spatial awareness on the pitch. Yeah, so I think it is surprising how she's never been nominated for a Ballon d'Or. Definitely.
Okay. Hi to you guys in the comments. You can keep them coming in. Hi to Mick Gales. Stephen Mick. G-Clean. You just know them as G-Clean?
Oh, Stefan Mick from G-Clean, yeah.
Confused.
I thought G-Clean was like one word.
Hi, G-Clean.
G-Clean.
And
yeah.
also...
Hi, Stefan Mick.
We have the studio in common because you know Emma Kosh very well.
Yes, big shout out to Emma.
Emma, you've smashed it. Dean loves it.
Yeah, honestly, walked in. Beautiful. Great
Blown
work.
away.
Emma Kosh Interiors, for anyone that wants to know. She's done a brilliant job here.
I was meant to be out with her on Friday night.
Yes, what happened? Yeah, you were a bit poorly, were you?
Got the old skitty witties. That was fun.
Well, I can't talk because I've been sick. Well, I was sick for 3 weeks, so I don't know what happened to me there. That's the longest man flu I've ever had.
Really? See, men and man flu, I've got no time for it. I've got no time for it,
Steph was the
Dean.
same, to be fair. She said, you've been sick for 3 weeks now. Are you going to get over it? I was like, well, lapping it up, aren't I?
I've got no patience for it anymore, to be on it. Miedema have been a big miss this season for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, look, there's been a few major injuries in the Arsenal team to key players, ACLs especially, and Miedema, she's a top player. And has scored so many goals for Arsenal, record goal scorer. And if you miss that, it's always going to impact the team. I think the main thing for Viv is that she gets fit and can get a run of games again on the pitch. That's the main thing, and that's what Arsenal want as well. But yeah, huge loss.
Great player. So far, 0-0. If you've just come in, make sure you like and subscribe. We're doing a watch along of Aston Villa against Arsenal. Another unnecessary, annoying start to a game for Arsenal due to a delay that's happened because of traffic. But everyone is here. The game has kicked off an hour later than planned. No, it was 6:45, so 45 minutes later than planned. And we are underway. Hi to Katie Gill. Hi to Orla. Hi to Caspian. Great name. And hi to Hallelujah. Can I have a shout out, please? Logging in from Vegas here.
Hi, Hallelujah.
Hi, Hallelujah. We know what you're doing. We know. So keep the comments coming in. By the way, if you've got any questions for Dean, feel free to ask if it's about the game, if it's about his career. You've got quite an interesting career.
Yeah. Been to more clubs than Tiger Woods. Have more clubs than Tiger Woods. But yeah, I've been around the world.
Tiesto?
Yeah, I've been around the world. I've experienced a lot of things. And I've enjoyed a great career, which has allowed me to obviously meet Steph as well.
So how did you and Steph meet?
At Melbourne City. Funny story, to be honest. Obviously, I've signed at Melbourne City. Steph was the women's captain there, and we had just moved into a new facility where the men and women were fine and allowed to talk because it was a stage in football where
I'll tell you what happened in the WSL.
You had to, where you had to be a part, but now the game's evolved, thank God. Mm-hmm. And I saw Steph, and I'll never forget, I was watching her semi-final. There was a double header between the women played first, and then the men after, and she was playing against Brisbane Roar. And I was just talking to one of my mates, like, who's that, blah, 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 and did the old slid into the DM.
Did you? Classic.
And she pied me for a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Oh
but at that time, I didn't know how women's football worked, and she went back to America after the season, so I didn't see her for 6 months.
Okay.
She then came back to Melbourne City, and I thought, okay, I'll try my luck one more time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then I tried my luck. She got back to me, and I asked her on a date.
Oh.
So thank God for social media. Cheers, Elon Musk.
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, you really went for what you wanted there, and now you're getting married, so...
Yeah, getting married. Yeah, hopefully getting married next year. Plans are in the work, talking to a few people. So, yeah, things are going well.
Sounds like you're planning to get married to multiple people there. We're speaking to a few people involved in this marriage. Right. Corner for Arsenal. Do you know what's happening?
Good ball in there. Was it Katie that whipped it in?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Arsenal into the box. Okay, cleared.
Arsenal started well. I don't think Aston Villa have gone to the other half yet.
Really? So I'm just enjoying hearing about how you stuff.
Yeah, having a chat. Yeah.
So, will you get married back in Australia?
So initially we were thinking about getting married in Australia, but we've now decided Santorini. So we're going, because we've got so many people on this side of the world that we'd like to come, and
very nice.
Obviously, our closest people will travel from Australia, so we're planning on doing it in Santorini, and next year, especially because there's a gap year in the women's football.
Right, okay.
There's no international tournament.
Okay.
For the Aussies, they're off. They've got a gap year, so it's perfect for us.
Okay, good. Very nice.
Which we're looking forward to.
Who's that? Beth? Beth Mead?
No, it's Lacasse.
Oh.
Best song in the league, actually, that her one.
24
Lacasse, running down the wing, Lacasse. Forgot the words, Lacasse.
You're not going to win the league. They can't win the league anymore, can they?
They technically can, yeah.
Oh, sorry. And you might win the league.
We've gone from watch along to karaoke. I like it.
We've literally talked no football. See, this is what Rush and I do. We miss goals all the time. We have no idea what happens. Yeah, we just miss it all. Yeah, tune Lacasse. I sung it on the radio one day just for a bit of fun, and I put it on social media. And the amount of people who argued as to who invented the song, like
What for La Casa song?
well, it's like, oh no, we sung it first for Sadio Mane. No, we sung it first for Bukayo Saka. And I'm like, no, guys, ABBA created it. Okay, you didn't create Voulez-Vous. All right,
However,
anyone can put a name to it.
I'm one of those actually because I actually Emma's husband Alex, he's an Arsenal fan, and I always go on about the Liverpool song "Allez, allez, allez." So I'm always thinking, no, we invented that. Arsenal's "Allez, allez, allez," allez, 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 and now Arsenal's singing it. I'm like, no, Liverpool invented that. That's our song, and you chose. So I'm one of those guys. Yeah,
fair enough. I mean, to be fair, I love the ABBA regardless. Risha teaches me some football songs. One's from Scotland, like you wouldn't be able to sing kind of thing. But when I was really young, she taught me ones and they always stick with me, but you'd never hear them anymore.
Okay.
A bit dodge. But then she's dodgy, isn't she?
Risha, she's a good laugh.
She'll give you a giggle and then she'll get the jail. Dean.
Yes.
Thoughts on Wrexham?
Wrexham. Having played them this year, I think it's a great club. It's a bit mad, to be honest, because it's not like any other League Two club. There's cameras everywhere. They actually rocked up in a private jet to our game.
You've changed.
We played on a Tuesday night, and they actually got a private jet from Wrexham on the jet. They didn't travel on a bus to avoid traffic.
Oh, you should give that number to Arsenal. Give the private jet details to Arsenal for next time.
Yeah, well, that's one way to avoid. But yeah, look, the club's become a big club, and the owners have done so well there. They're obviously fighting to go up again into League One. But you know what they're doing is fantastic. I think the people of Wrexham and the way that they've supported and stuck by Wrexham, because there was a time there where they were in big trouble and they could have gone bust and stuff, but the fans and what's going on, I think it's a great club, and it's good to see that they're doing well, because you want to see small clubs like, for example, Luton, who have gone from the bottom and hopefully can get to the top, and Wrexham are capable of doing that. Back to back promotable, back to back, could be back to back actually again. So they've done really well.
Also, like the story of it, you kind of can't help but. Like if Ryan Reynolds is involved, I'm there.
Yeah.
He's
fresh, isn't he?
He's nice.
Fresh.
I like him. Okay, this is the first bit of magic Aston Villa has created. Kenza Daly, fabulous player. I do love her.
Number 10, yeah. Counter on here. Alessia running forward with the ball. She's in.
I can't. My eyes are not on today, but does everyone look the same?
They do, yeah, a little bit.
I need to get a plasma. I'm watching this on a 3310. Oh,
go
chance.
on, Pelova. Oh, unlucky. Shoot, Kimmy.
Oh!
First chance on target.
Okay, shot from Kim Little. Saved by Anna Leott. I used to think New Zealand was the same place as Australia.
Did you?
Yeah, for a long, long time.
It's one of the biggest rivalries ever for us.
Yeah. So it's like Scotland, England?
Yeah, similar, yeah. Obviously, when we play New Zealand, or especially in the rugby and stuff, that's a big game, the Aussies and the All Blacks. But it's a friendly rivalry, I would say. It's not too heated.
Have you been to New Zealand?
I have, only for football though, because there's a team obviously back home called Wellington, and we travelled there. I haven't actually travelled. My parents have been, and they said it's a lovely place, so I'd like to go see it.
It's meant to be stunning.
You've been to Australia, yeah?
I have. I've been a couple of times. You know the show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
Yeah.
I worked at Good Morning Britain at ITV, and I was a producer there for Showbiz. So I went for that show when when everyone starts getting evicted from the jungle.
Yeah.
And then you see them on morning television and they're sitting in front of a pool.
Yes.
That was the room. That was my room.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you would just make sure everything was set up. They would come out and do their exit interviews with like Good Morning Britain or This Morning or Loose Women, and you would just be making sure it was all... It was...
Did you enjoy it?
Honestly, what a couple of weeks that was on reflection.
Country.
And that was breakfast TV, but it was 4 p.m. out there. So I just had to get up, watch the show, be across emails, made sure the bids were in, and wait for somebody to be evicted and come to the room. That was it. It was
good life.
It was lovely. It was a good laugh. Who's that?
Emily with a cross.
Oh.
Chance here, Arsenal. Cleared again.
Okay. And then obviously I went for the World Cup, which was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell Jamie though, because he was at home pulling his hair out with the kids.
He was saying how much he wished he was there. Had to look after the little ones.
Hi, fellow Aussie here, logging in from Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia. Came over recently just to watch the... Oh, no way, you travelled all the way over to watch the Arsenal play.
12 games in 10 weeks.
Oh, my word.
Fair play.
Good morning, your side, Rachel. Good to have you with us. Thank you very much for that.
What time is it here now? It'll be about, 8 o'clock? 7 a.m. there, she's logged on.
Is that, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, 7 a.m.?
6:44 a.m.
Well,
fair play.
Yeah, that's the thing, Dean. The women's football audience is...
It's attracting, yeah.
So committed. So committed. And we get so many Australians who get in touch
Dude,
on the
really,
channel.
yeah?
It's unbelievable. So I'm really glad we've got you tonight as an Aussie, because the audience will just love you. They don't like you in a minute, though. Who's this guy? Get him off. Who's this Bogan?
Bogan.
Where's Bogans from? Bogans are...
Oh, they're all over the gaff.
Okay,
they're
so
everywhere,
that's a
It's
chav.
like a scally hit or
Right,
a
okay, a
chav.
chav,
Yes.
yeah. It's a Bogan.
Yeah.
It's 4 a.m. in Perth, Jesus. See, when I was...
People in Perth logging on too, wow.
That's mental. Hi, Catherine. New Zealand. Orla. We like you, Dean. All right,
thank
Emily.
you, guys.
Catley will batter you. She'll come for you, Emily. I'm joking. Yeah, Rush not with us tonight, by the way. 5 a.m. in Brisbane. Look, see, all the Aussies are here.
Oh, that's amazing.
that
Fair
your-
play, it's very good.
It's Dean's mum, Dean's sister.
My whole family logging on.
At least they get to see you.
Showing support. That was my mum actually that said we like you, Dean.
Maybe not.
Well, she hasn't seen me for about 7 years, so she probably doesn't
Oh,
anymore.
really?
Oh, I hardly get to see my family because I'm always over here for work and stuff.
This is true.
Come on, Bethy. Good chance. Frida. Oh, couldn't get it out of her feet. 18 minutes has absolutely flown by the way.
Do you feel?
Yeah, it's gone quick. I haven't really watched the game much.
I know, that's the thing.
It's gone quick.
I talk too much, but then last time we were here when Risha and I had done this, Risha was like, wait, you want me to watch the whole game? And I was like, well, yeah, that's the point of a watch along. And she was like, well, should we not just do one half? And I was like, that's offensive to people who watch YouTube watch alongs. And she was like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, well, tell me what's happening in the game and we'll just talk about other stuff. And she turned into like full Guy Mowbray, like went full comms. I was like, okay.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she was wicked. It was actually really good. Plot twist, I'm Dean's mum. Lols, Emily. Lols for you. Well, it's good to have you all with us. Like I say, any other questions for Dean, let us know. Dean, is it true? Sorry, do we need to tell what's happening here? Okay.
There's a lot of movement around the box, but not really any cut. There we go. Beth is in behind. Come on, Bethy, left foot. Oh, it's been blocked.
Beth in front of goal is just... Oh,
What's happening here?
somebody cut a ball off the face. Was it a handball? Is she asking for handball?
I'm not sure. Big chance on her left foot there. She does so well on the right-hand side, Beth. When
Yeah.
she cuts in there, she always cuts in, gets chances off.
The wee dummies.
No handball.
Really?
Don't think so.
Okay. Fair enough.
They started brightly, to be fair. A lot of possession in Aston Villa's half, few chances.
Beth, I feel sometimes, am I tripping, but would you ever play Beth as a number 9?
I think, yeah, obviously with the quality they've got. Look, for me, I think Stina Blackstenius should be playing a bit more. That's my opinion. I think her and Russo should be playing together.
Okay.
I think Russo's brilliant in hold-up. And with the ball at her feet, I think Stina can threaten in behind. I think they should both be playing together. But obviously, Beth has got the quality in wide areas where she can get balls into the box. But back to your question, whether she could play a 9, I think she can. However, on the right, she's very effective, and I think
true.
that's probably her best position.
You'd miss her there. What's happening?
Yeah, there's a lot of stoppages.
Is Daly going off? What's happening here? Surely not. This is where I could. This is where we need the commentary, but we're not allowed it.
Oh, injury. There we go.
Sarah Mailing is down. She's receiving some medical treatment. Carla Ward drawing some pictures.
Did you imagine? Is she in the stand there on the bench? Or am I just
She's in
tripping?
the stands, yeah.
Currently 0-0 if you have just joined us. Make sure you give us a like, by the way. A like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe for Dean Bouzanis. Dean Dudanis.
Dean Bananas. Dean Bananas.
Jean's Bananas. Please. But we will...
Someone said they're ahead of us somehow.
What do you mean? Oh, no.
So we're not live.
Has something happened? Dean, do you have any contacts?
Dean, is it true you're a St Kilda fan? If so, blocked.
What's the St Kilda?
AFL. You know that mad game that they play back home?
Yeah.
Well, obviously me being from Sydney, I'm more of an NRL fan, and being from Cronulla, I support the Cronulla Sharks. Yeah, when it comes to AFL, I have been bullied by Steph to follow St Kilda, although I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan, but I don't know too much about AFL, but Steph's family follow St Kilda, so I'll just jump on the bandwagon, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to support St Kilda as well.
Have the AFL gets really rough?
It's 100 miles an hour. To be fair, when I moved to Melbourne, it's really, really big in Melbourne, massive in Melbourne, and I sort of grew to like the game. When I was in Sydney, didn't know much about it, but in Melbourne, they're getting 100,000 fans to a game. It's massive. They play at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Oh wow!
And it's big following. And yeah, when the sun's shining, you go, you have a beer in the stand, you watch the AFL. It's a good vibe, and but I don't really know too much about it, to be honest.
Do you like cricket, Dean?
Yes,
You do, yeah.
I do.
You just like all sports, really?
Yeah, well, yeah. To be fair, I love all sports. Big on my tennis. When the Australian Open's on, I used to go to that a lot. One of my mates is a big tennis fan as well, who knows all the tennis players, so he helps us out there. Yeah, I just love all my sports. Obviously, being in football my whole life, it's my number one sport, but I could watch anything really, any sport. I enjoy it.
I've been meaning to ask you about this. There's a guy I work with. His name's Jake, and Jake is he knows everything about sports, people, stories, everything like that. And he was telling me that when you were young, you were signed to Liverpool.
Yes.
So were you plucked at a really young age, and you still have a gold card on fantasy football because you were a prodigy? Is that true?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
How weird.
It was weird how it all happened, to be honest. I was always an outfielder. I started when I was a kid as a number 9.
Oh, really?
And then slowly worked my way back because I think I got slower and slower on the pitch. To then becoming a goalkeeper when I was 14. So I didn't actually go in goals until I was late. In my years as a footballer, I always played on the outfield. And then happened to play a year in goal, played a season, and then got into the under-17s national team. And then from there, 2 clubs wanted me on trial. One was Liverpool, one was Charlton. And then it just happened so quick where all of a sudden I was in Sydney playing, with my friends and stuff, to then having to be on a flight and signing in England.
Okay.
And leaving my family and everything behind. And it happened so quick. And, but one thing that I'm forever grateful for, and, I still pinch myself to this day to represent that club. But, yeah, it just happened so quickly.
Okay, chance here. We'll come back to that.
It's 2v2 in the box. Oh, good block, Lotta. Well done.
Okay. It was a bit of movement there from Aston Villa, but blocked nicely from Arsenal's Lotta Wubben-Moy. Okay, and then at that point you were was Rafa Benitez manager then?
Yes. Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah.
He's a character.
Yeah. Unbelievable tactician. Very good. He was a bit standoffish with the players, to be honest. He's not one of those managers that puts his arm around you and stuff like that. It's very standoffish, but tactically unbelievable.
Okay.
And, he had a presence about him. If you had I was a young boy there, so I didn't really, had one of those conversations where I'm knocking on the door saying, why aren't I playing? Because I was miles off it.
That God,
So
you
I
said it.
Just got there. I'm like, Gaffer, why not play? 16 years old playing. But he had
16,
that,
I'm
he had
fresh off
that
the plane.
persona where, you know, if you approach him, you know, you have to have a case behind you. You just can't go there. And
Yeah.
so he had that presence, which was also good. And, you know, so successful, win the Champions League at Liverpool,
Yeah.
which, you know.
And I take it then you'd have played with Steven Gerrard and been in training with all them.
Training Gerrard, Torres, Suarez, all them. A fantastic experience, and to be able to see how these players live day by day, and you know the professionalism that they show, you know, helped me to forge my own career. Really, obviously not to that level, but to see what it takes to play at a certain level.
Okay.
Because you know, I think there's some ridiculous stat where it's like 0.1% of academy players make it into professional football.
Yeah.
So to be able to like forge a career and do that, it's something that I'm quite proud of, which is good.
Good for you.
I think I was lucky to see these types of players and how they prepare and how they look after their bodies and stuff like that. You know, I think it's important.
I mean, I would imagine it's a very different culture now to what it was then, but it was always like huge personalities. Who do you want to replace Jurgen Klopp?
I think there's only one man for the job if Liverpool can get him, Xabi Alonso. Mm-hmm. What he has done at Bayer Leverkusen is unbelievable. Unbeaten in all competitions. A young manager as well. He hasn't been in the game for long. You know, Bayern Munich, obviously the juggernauts of German football. They've won, I think, 13 leagues, something ridiculous in a row.
Yep.
And he's just, I think he's he knows the Liverpool way. He knows what it takes to be a Liverpool player, and now hopefully manager. But I think, you know, we've got a rival Bayern Munich for him. But I think he's the only man for the job that can take over.
The amount of jobs that are available come the summer is mental. It's mental, like big jobs in men's football. Somebody asking, Dean Hyton-Neve, what's your career highlight?
My career highlight? Good question. I think there's a couple.
Sorry, that was nearly blocked.
Another chance for freedom. They're blocking everything, aren't they? Putting their bodies on the line, the Villa women.
Oh.
But yeah, I think for me, career highlight, two actually. One would have been winning the National League with Sutton and getting them promoted for the first time in 125 years of their history. I think that was a massive thing for us and a big thing for the club. Oh, good chance for Russo there. That could have been one of her. Oh, Beth. Oh, hang on. Who?
Was it Russo? I think it was Russo.
Like you said, they all look the same.
Everyone's got a blonde ponytail today, so sue me. Yeah, it must have been Russo.
No, Beth crossed it to Russo. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Big chance.
Just straight into the arms of Annalia. Okay.
So where were we?
Winning
the league for Sutton, and also when I left Liverpool, the first season that I signed for Oldham, we drew Liverpool in the cup in the fourth round of the FA Cup at Boundary Park, and we ended up beating them 3-2, which was another massive result for us and Oldham. So they're two highlights that I look back on and think, they were big moments in my career.
You played at Wembley too, because I remember, must have been a few years ago now, Dean. I was working was it the Papa John's?
Yeah, Papa John's
final. And I remember doing the build-up show for that, and it all being kind of about your season. Like you were the story that season.
Yeah, it was
to get them to Wembley.
There was
big moments. Yeah,
it was another good cup run for us, and I think the semi-final went to penalty shootouts, and the lads performed so well against a good team in Wigan, away from home, went to penalties and, made a save and we got to Wembley, and then playing Rotherham in the final, another big performance from us, and it was the 97th minute that they equalised. Right. Which took it to extra time, but, we had given everything in the 90 minutes. When it got to extra time, they just outrun us and outfought us. We were just, out of energy, and we ended up losing 4-2. But that was another a highlight where I got to play at Wembley. As a young kid from Australia, I've thought I'd play at Wembley, but lucky enough I have, which is good. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you've got quite the career. How old are you, Dean? Just going to check our link.
33.
Oh, me too. 1990.
Yeah.
What a year.
What month?
July.
October.
Oh, wow. So I'm older than you. What the I'm Dean, I'm behind, I think.
Oh, we're not even live.
No, we're up to date. We're up to date. I'm just checking. Jamie texts me saying he thinks we're about 30 seconds behind, but says I'm where I am.
No, I think, yeah.
Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Oh wow, okay. Gosh, you've done a lot in your 33 years, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been good. I've seen a lot of the world too, which I'm grateful for, which is good. So, but my favourite country that I've lived in is obviously here. I think the football here, and I can't really say it, but I can say it. I think the pub culture as well. It's brilliant.
Do you know St Albans has the most pubs in 1 square mile than anybody else?
And the oldest pub in Europe, no?
Yeah, the Fighting Cock.
Yeah.
Been in a fight there before. Right, okay. So far, 31 minutes played. It's 0-0. Some people asking for your dog to come on too, by the way. I've noticed Calv getting a bit. And he can, because I've just educated Dean today that his dog is a hypoallergenic dog.
Which I had no idea what it meant.
He was like, I'm sorry, what are you talking about? And I was like, hypoallergenic? He's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, he's hypoallergenic. Well, I don't even know how to say the word, but yeah, he is. All I know is that he's brown, name's Calvin, he's my best friend, and yeah, he's a boy. That's it.
Baby.
And he's a good boy.
He's cute. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Were you expecting more so far from Arsenal, Dean? Be honest now.
No, I was, yeah, and I think this has been a bit of a story of their season. I think, you know, they need to put teams to the sword more often. You know, they've had the possession, they've had the chances around the box, and I think, you know, to be at the top team in this league when you're fighting against Man Cities and your Chelseas, I think you need to be more clinical. And I think the girls will say that themselves, that, you know, at times they're not as clinical in front of goal. And, you know, Aston Villa at the end of the day could be camped at the edge of their box for 89 minutes. It just takes one chance and then they're 1-0 down. And, you know, to be a top team, you need to put others to the sword. And I don't think they do that enough.
I wonder why that is. I do. And how that changes for them, because it's been easy. It's been easy for other teams to damage Aston Villa this season.
Yeah.
You know. Then again, maybe Aston Villa have a bit of advantage. It's at Villa Park. The delay to the game. You know, Arsenal might not be at their best because of the preparation going into it of what's happened. I doubt that, but you know, it all can add up.
It can add up, but then at the end of the day, like, we could be sitting here at the end of the game and be using that as an excuse. And as a professional footballer, you never want to use an excuse for a performance. You know, they know what is at stake here. I'm sure they will get the job done. I hope they do get the job done. But, you know, 33 minutes in, when they, like I said, they have been piling on the pressure on Villa. You know, they need to convert a chance, and, you know, then the pressure becomes less for the back four, and then Zinsberger in goal. You know, once you score 1 or 2 goals, it relieves pressure, and, you know, you can then relax and play football.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Rachel Daly is up front and she's clinical, and if she does get a chance, she'll most likely score it.
I agree. You wonder how she would have fitted in.
At Arsenal, yeah.
It is something you can think about, kind of thing, you know. Just that conversation of just being clinical all the time.
Yeah, there she goes. They're in behind now. Is that Leon? Adriana Leon,
yeah. Another blonde ponytail.
Yeah. They actually generally do look all the same.
Not half. So that's next. We need to speak to Emma Kosh. We need to get a big flat screen on this wall over here.
Yeah, ADS.
Yeah.
Time to liven up and sort a flat screen plasma here. We've plugged you. Oh, big chance. There we go. That's what we say.
God.
1-0 Aston Villa. And this is what we're talking about.
Ebony Salmon.
It's a great finish, to be fair. It's a good cutback.
Villa have scored. Villa won, Arsenal 0, and that's the curse of the commentator, Dean. You said that. You just said that. It just takes that one moment.
Maybe I need to stop commentating then.
Steph's going to kill you. I'm going to she's changing locks. Okay, so we're definitely on track with everything here because it's just happened at the exact same time. So we're not in a delay. But talk to me about the build up here.
Look, a good running behind. Look, I think there's 3v1 in the box. And space can't score goals. Only, I think they need to be tighter on the man there, or sorry, on the centre forward there.
Yep.
It's a great finish. It's a great cutback and a good running behind to get in that position. But I think it can be avoided from Arsenal. It's 1v3 in the box. And I think if you can get tighter and block the shot or affect the ball in the box, it makes a big difference.
Okay. So here we are. If you've just come on, it's Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0 at Villa Park. 36 minutes played. Ebony Salmon has just scored. Please like, please subscribe. Feel free to get in the comments. If you want to get involved, a lot of you asking Dean Bouzanis questions. Dean Bouzanis is a Sutton United goalkeeper. Amazing career we've just heard about. And Steph Catley's worse off looking half. By the way, she's lovely. She's got beautiful skin and a big smile.
Yeah, she's the best.
And a great bun. I'll give her that. Her bun's always...
She's worked on that bun throughout her career.
She?
Yeah. She's got the techers to put it up. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, her bun's never moves. Does not move.
And it's she's got no spiky bits either.
No, she used a bit of my wax actually to put the front bits down.
I was wondering what the key was to the bun's success. Do you know, these are the conversations that she bans Sports United. Does she also support Arsenal women? People always at TalkSport, it's like, how can you support Celtic and support Manchester United? Don't worry about it. It's my thing to worry about. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about it. But yes, I've followed Arsenal women for so many years. So I always keep a keen eye on them, and I would love them to be successful. But I also love Emma Hayes, so I want success for her before she bows out of Chelsea. So I'm a bit of a floater, but don't worry about it. Don't let it trouble you. It's my thing to be concerned about. Okay, so Arsenal have a bit of a hill to get over now. What changes would you make, if any?
I think, like I said earlier, I think they need to threaten more behind. I think everything's defeat at the moment. Villa are in a deep block. Another good chance for Frida there. Villa are in a deep block, so I think they need forward runners, and I think dominating possession that Arsenal are doing. I think if Stina does come on, she does threaten it behind. She can start to stretch Villa, which allows your players like Russo to get on the ball in pockets, Frida to get higher up the park and in the number 10 pocket and start to threaten a bit more. I just think everything's defeat. It's a bit static, and I do think you need to threaten him behind. And I think that's where Stina gives you that pace and power up front, which I think is very important.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't make that change early. To be honest, because he needs goals. They need to score.
Yeah. This is not good. By the way, if they lose this game, oh no.
Oh, Leah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean this will be a really bad result because I would imagine Dean they actually have to win this game to remain in the title race.
Yeah, of course. Look, 6 points already. If they don't win. It's another slip up, and you can't afford to slip up against top clubs like Chelsea and Man City. It's difficult as it is. They're three massive clubs, and if you take one slip up, that can genuinely be enough. So when it gets like 2 or 3 times, then I think if they don't get a result here, then the league will probably most likely be done.
Yeah. Okay, but a lot can happen between now and then. It's 39 minutes played. I'm getting heat for saying that I should stop talking about how the women's footballers look because it doesn't happen in the man's game. Tell you something, it does happen in the man's game. Rush and I always talk about how fit Bellingham is.
Oh yeah.
And then we're like, he's really young though. We should be focusing on him like that. He's not a piece of meat.
To be fair, his shape and physique. He's a good looking specimen.
Yes, yeah. We're looking for Rush's donor.
Oh yeah.
This is what we've been doing. So, by the way, Carla Ward, if you're not watching it on the telly just now, she's on a walkie-talkie trying to communicate down.
Has she been suspended or something?
She's not. Apparently, she's not been feeling well.
Okay.
Somebody had put in the chat that she said she's not been feeling well, so she must be keeping herself away from the dugout
Squad,
or whatever. Yeah. But she's on a walkie-talkie like she's in the police force. This is kitchen manner. Agent 5432.
Go on, Kimmy. There we go. Big chance. Pelova.
Oh dear.
Well, I think if they keep peppering the goal and keep getting chances, I think, you know, the door will open and they will, you know, score. Just how many can they score? Because at the moment, Villa are defending very well.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. I think he's going to have to make a number of changes, I think, in this the next half. A lot of you in I won't ignore the comments. I've seen the Jonas out, Edeval out stuff, which I think is disrespectful because he's a manager and a job. But I think there's a lot of pressure on him with the players he's been able to recruit to get a result.
Yeah, you look at management in general, I think the average time frame for a manager to be good defending, Leah. Okay. Well done. I think the average time frame for a manager that's actually in work is 1.5 years only. So I think the chop and change is too frequent. Look, Arsenal have a fantastic squad and they do demand results 100%, but sometimes change isn't always the best thing. However, you know, when you've recruited players like this, there's always going to be that pressure. Definitely. So, yeah.
Did Steph know she wasn't starting tonight?
I think they found out late, the team news.
Okay.
But she got that knock against Chelsea and she came off against Chelsea last week at half time and she had a knock on her knee. So she didn't really train this week. Okay. She trained the last couple of days. So, yeah, I think she's back now on the bench and I actually think she's coming up to 100th game for Arsenal, which is very, wow. I think it might be tonight if she comes on.
Wow.
Really? I think it is. She's very close. It's either tonight or the next couple. But you know, that's something that we're both immensely proud of because I think that's to play 100 games for Arsenal is a big achievement.
Yeah. You must be very proud of her. Like the World Cup, we spoke a couple of times during the World Cup on TalkSport, but like when she captained the country.
Yeah, big moment for her and her family, massive.
Unreal.
Obviously sad to see what happened to Sam and obviously being so close to Sam, but for Steph personally to be able to captain her country at a home World Cup, it doesn't get much better than that. So, full ANZ stadium and stuff like that, you know, it was amazing. I was just gutted that I couldn't be there, to be honest.
Oh, I mean,
that's what happens with football.
That's so harsh.
Yeah.
Like that's so harsh. I mean, how do you not get to see your partner open a World Cup at home?
I know, yeah.
Are you from Sydney?
Yes. All my family went, brother, sister, mum, dad, everyone was there. And obviously I was in pre-season. It got to the point where I was in pre-season, if they would have made the final, I was contemplating just like flying home for 3 days.
Yeah. Just
in and out to watch the finals and be there because it's a massive moment. But obviously it didn't happen. But these are things that we always miss out on being footballers, you know, with your commitments.
True. And there's always going to be other opportunities, I guess. But I was there and it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Everyone's told me that it was one of the best World Cups. I'm not being biased with an Aussie, but they were genuinely saying it was one of the best World Cups.
It was
I think the Aussies got on board.
Good. And especially because, Sydney had flown in, literally had done like a 24-hour shift and then it was the game. And then I flew out of Sydney like the morning after, 6 a.m. to Brisbane. But I spent a lot of time then in Brisbane and it was so on board. Like everywhere was just hopping and every flight you got on had a game on and the captain would announce the result. It was, everybody was into it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quality.
So it was really, really cool.
I think it's helped football in Australia a lot, to be honest.
I bet. By the way, morning or evening, whatever time it is in your world, H. Todd, Steph's currently on 96 games for Arsenal.
Okay, there we go. I was actually talking about with Steph this morning. And we didn't know if it was 100th. There we go, 96. She's got 4 to go. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
Thanks very much for letting everybody know.
Yeah.
about their own personal details there. Thank you for that. Laura Wienreuter, by the way, back in the squad tonight.
Oh yeah, she's fully back. No, that's good to see.
That's great news.
Another good player coming back, solid right back. Obviously, with Emily there now, it'll be tough, I think, for her to get minutes like she did because Emily's such a great player. But it's good to see that she's recovered and another option to come off the bench.
Okay, it's 7:15 in Australia. Good morning. Yes, we have your Aussie man, Dean Bouzanis here. It's Villa 1, Arsenal 0, and we're into the first minute of 3 minutes stoppage time in the first half. Dean, if you can, just kindly summarise this first half.
I think it's been similar to other games we've seen where Arsenal dominate possession. They've been good in build-up. They've pinned Aston Villa back into the 18-yard box and they've had a few chances blocked. However, like we said and we spoke about, one chance, one goal, a great finish, a good bit of play from Aston Villa, and that's the quality that they got, and, Arsenal get punished. I think, comes a point in time where you can have all the possession, you can have all the ball, but ultimately it's about, putting the ball in the back of the net. I think that's where they need to be a bit better, a bit more clinical. Yeah.
Emily Fox having a bit of a shot there, but it goes over the goal. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be hard competition for Laura Wienreuter, but she's a good player. She's solid too. Solid.
Yeah, very good player. A good defender too. Mm-hmm. And this is the thing that I think Arsenal struggle with as well is when teams do go 1-0 up, they just have to sit and defend the lead, which makes it more difficult for Arsenal to break teams down. And if you can't break them down already when they're in a low block, it makes it even harder. So there is some work to do in the second half.
A little bit. It was Ebony Salmon, by the way, who scored the goal for Aston Villa. If you missed it, and she took it well.
Great finish.
Well, dude.
Was that their first shot on target? I think it was.
Yeah.
Maybe their only shot.
Who's your favourite WSL keeper, Dean? Hi, Healy.
Favourite WSL keeper? It's tough, that. I think, obviously, Mary Opes has been very good for a couple of seasons now. Top keeper. But for me, and recently watching, and I think going to the game the other night, I love to say I'm loving the way Hannah Hampton is playing. I think she's just different to what other women's keepers are bringing at the moment. You know, I was watching Sky Sports after the game. They analysed Hampton's kicking, and she actually set up the first goal in build-up. She was playing as a centre half and pinged one out to the left back, and they got out and beat the press. And I think what she brings at the moment, obviously she's a quality goalkeeper as well, because first and foremost you have to be a good goalkeeper, but I think she stands out at the moment with her distribution and being able to break lines and stuff like that.
She was a striker.
Was she?
She was a striker, yeah.
So maybe she was like me. She got slower and slower.
Yeah. It's something to do with, she had a problem with her eyes. And I think that put her in goal, something like that. That there was an opportunity at one point, somebody needed to go in goal. But something to do with her eyes affected maybe her game. But she was a brilliant striker. You see the way she pings the ball.
Yeah, she's a great
so
strike.
clean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, fair play to her. She's doing well. Yes, somebody's saying there that Evie, I think's her name there. Hannah Hampton's story is so fascinating. It is. Listen, we're going to take a couple of minutes break. Let Dino get for a wee. We'll get a top up of water. If you have just come on, stay with us. We're going to come back for the second half. But it is Villa 1, Arsenal 0. And we'll be back with you very, very soon. Dean, do you want to join us for the second half?
Yes, I'll be here.
Okay, we will be back with you soon. Okay, we're back. Boom, boom. Hi.
Hi, Shebs.
How was that for a wee quick half time or that? Walk down the stairs. Welcome
a
back.
couple of flights in here. I'm blowing a gasket. I don't know.
How many
Should
stairs?
be fit. I need to get on the treadmill.
Are you genuinely this out of breath from coming up the stairs there?
Yeah, well, I shouldn't be. If you're listening, Sutton manager, I'm very fit.
So fit right now. So fit. Couldn't be any fitter. There's loads of stairs in our house. That's why we're breathless.
Yeah.
Oh, time for a quick wee. I decided to get a glass of wine because I'm not fit. But
Good ball, con chance, big chance. Oh,
some changes have been
Kabethi.
made.
has there?
No.
Just come on. No, I don't think so.
No changes made as yet. Right, I've rebooted the screen, so if we're 30 seconds behind or you're 30 seconds ahead, I'm doing my absolute best. Like and subscribe. Thank you for coming along to the Russia and Shaban show with Mr. Dean Bouzanis. Have you liked the first half? Did you?
I think it's flown by. I really enjoyed it.
I suppose you'd just be sitting at home with Calvin otherwise.
Yeah, watching the game, talking to Calvi like I do, saying, "What do you think, mate?" And he just looks at me.
Oh,
With his puppy eyes.
it's kind of what I'm doing now. Okay, right, we're back on. We're here. Any questions for Dino, please get into the comments. Now, I have to say, Dean, I shouldn't do it, but I check what's trending.
Yeah.
It's difficult because you're compromised, but people want more from this team. You know, people want more in terms of results.
I think collectively as a group, I think that they do as well. You know, the amount of money that they've invested in the team and the players that they have, you look at the players on the pitch for us, so there's world-class players everywhere, you know, from front to back, you know, and watching them and supporting them and being a big fan of them, you know, I would love nothing more than for them to see them be more successful. And I think that's the demands of Arsenal Football Club. When you play for Arsenal Football Club, the demands are there to win everything. And I think there needs... Bless you.
Excuse me, thank you.
I think there needs to be more. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, we've got a big half ahead in the second half of this game at Villa Park. It was Ebony Salmon who got the first goal for Arsenal. Welcome back with us. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if you haven't already. Do you know I got my analytics back for this?
Yeah.
And apparently there's 22,000 people returning every week, but only 15,000 of them are subscribing.
Start subscribing, guys. Start subscribing. What a channel it is. Best in the business.
Oh, what a channel, honestly. Never mind the big boys. Come to us. And Rusha, by the way, is not with us today because she had a game and then she had a plan. Now you all want to know our plans, but I've said I wouldn't say anything.
It's secret.
It's top secret.
Top secret.
Big plans. It's probably not. She's probably, I don't know, bathing her feet.
Gallivanting somewhere.
Gallivanting, yeah. I know she's off tomorrow.
Is she, yeah?
You know what it's like having a really grown-up child in Rush? Because obviously she's living here and then she's an adult, so I've got to respect that I don't need to know everything.
Yeah. Well, they've won through in the trot, so she could be on the town for all we know.
This is true. This is true. But I'm
London
like...
City Lionesses are flying, so she could be anywhere.
Give me a text. Like,
let me know. Give me a shout.
where are you?
Yeah.
Like, when are you back? You know? That kind of stuff. And she'll be like, calm down. Please stop trying to be my mum. And I'll be like, I need to know these details. Do you know what I mean? God love her. She's not well. Oh, Ebony Salmon. Okay.
1v1, Rachel? Or are we up to date? Like
I think
live now?
We're live now. We should be live. That's the whole plan here. But for some reason, I don't know if it's a link thing. But I'm watching on Sky now.
So you're telling me the first half we could have been commentating on something and they're watching and something else.
They were watching it like an hour ahead of us.
So they're thinking Dina's got no idea what he's talking about. He's miles off her.
Why are we behind again? How can we be behind again? We're not behind. No, I can't control
I
it.
believe we are on time.
Right, we've got about 30 seconds, give or take. We'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay.
Come on, Kimmy needs to be better. they're the passes that need to stick in those situations there, I think, where, you know, players need to take care more and make sure it sticks and, you know, keep the pressure on rather than now going all the way back to Zinsberger and having to start again. I think these are the details that make a difference, you know what I mean? Like giving the ball away there cheaply is just easy for Aston Villa to reset.
Yeah. I thought they would have made some halftime changes, like some.
Yeah, I think maybe he's
yeah.
gone in and said, look, you know, you've got 15 minutes to turn it around, or, you know, sometimes I know managers do that where they go in and they say what they have to say in a stern voice and they say, like, listen, you've got 15 minutes, otherwise you're coming off, or, you know, maybe he's trying to get a reaction out of the players, which does work. Was that a penalty?
Oh, penalty.
Oh, no, he's giving it for a dive.
What happened there?
Giving a Beth Mead dive.
Shouldn't dive there. It didn't look like a dive. Looked like a. We need to see this back. So, Dan Turner. And
It's contact, I think.
is that Rachel
Yeah.
Daly stamped almost on Beth Mead there? So she's put.
Yeah, there's contact.
That's a
not
penalty.
a lot, but there's not a lot, but there is contact. I think Beth's an honest player. I don't think she'd be going down cheaply like that either.
Yeah, she has caught her. Would you want VAR in the WSL, or do you hate VAR? I mean, you've not got VAR.
I've played under VAR
Right.
back home in the A-League. I think it's got pros and cons. However, I think don't change whatever it's called. What's it called? Don't change what's not broken.
If it's not,
What is it?
please
Don't
tell me that
fix
again.
it. Don't change what's not broken.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bosh. That's the one.
It's
If it
literally
ain't broke,
like
don't fix it. Before VAR, you had the emotions of goals going in, players celebrating. Okay, there is going to be human error in the game, just like footballers do. They make mistakes, they get punished. If referee makes a mistake, it is what it is. I think it's taking that, and for supporters as well. You know, they pay good money to go watch, especially in the Premier League, where, you know, a lot of money goes to supporting their teams, and, you know, they celebrate their goal, they get that high, they get that feeling, and then all of a sudden it's taken away from a VAR decision, which I don't think is right.
yeah, and it feels like it should be 4 also.
Oh, Leslie, come on.
Oh, here we go, chance. Oh,
What a
and
save.
it's a goal.
Oh, good finish.
Victoria Pelova. Fair enough. Okay, Arsenal are back.
1-1.
Dean?
Good early goal in the first half.
Yeah,
It's the reaction that we're talking about, to be fair.
she's a good player. She's busy, isn't she? She works her backside off, Victoria Pelova. Okay, Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 1. We need to see the goal back in full. Where we're trying to think of
I
reasons
think
for
Knobs
not.
got caught in midfield there, did she?
Oh, sloppy from.
Yeah, playing
yeah.
out in tight areas.
Okay, so who took that shot? Russo.
Leslie, yeah.
Yeah. Great goal from Pelova.
Good first time finish. Inside of the foot, made sure she hit the target, which is the main thing.
Oh,
Yeah, good finish.
excellent. Excellent stuff. Okay, that's what you want. Arsenal back in the game. Villa 1, Arsenal 1. That goal from Victoria Pelova. If you have just come in, the first goal scored for Aston Villa was by Ebony Salmon. What do you think of Victoria Pelova? I mean, the future for her.
Yeah, young player. I think she's very tight on the ball, and I think she's really cemented the spot in the midfield there for Arsenal. You know, we've spoken about the depth and quality that they've got, but I think Vic is a vital part in the way that they build up, the positions that she takes on the pitch, which allows, you know, Arsenal to break lines because she's always in between, you know, Villas or whichever teams build up. And I think she's a great player, very smart, tidy player. She's done very well.
She has.
Just like things like that there on the throw-in where she uses her body, you know, to let the ball run past her, knowing that the player's going to overcommit. I think she's got a good footballing brain. Good ball from Katie, unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think, you know, they've got enough quality to be right up there.
Kyra Cooney Cross. Wow. I would like to see more of her, especially say with Leah Volti being out now for the next few weeks. So we just see her starting to start a little bit more for the kind of remaining games of the season.
Yeah, I think Cara, especially at the World Cup, I thought she was unbelievable at the World Cup, and which allowed her to get this move. I know there was a lot of clubs after her. She's a good, tidy player, very, very smart on the ball as well. I think when it gets to this level, I think there's a bit of a transition for Cara. She defensively maybe needs to be a bit better in transition and stuff like that. But, you know, her quality on the ball and the way she moves the ball and two-touch, and it's at a high level, and that's why she's got this move. And I agree. I'd like to see more of Cara too, and I think she can bring something different to this Arsenal team.
What about, how old is she, Cara?
Young, I think 20 max, I think.
Our age, 33.
Yeah.
She's young. Really young.
Yeah.
Oh, really? 19, 20?
I think she's, very young, yeah.
Okay. Somebody put in the comment there, David Fraser, if you're Rachel Daly, would you stay at Aston Villa?
Yeah, I'm surprised Rachel Daly, doing what she's done for the Lionesses and isn't at a bit bigger club. I think she's got the quality to be at one of the top 3 clubs, definitely. There's obviously a reason why she's there. I don't know whether it's close to home or a money thing or whatever it is, but, there's a reason why she's there. I think she's got enough quality to be at a top 3 club, if not another European club. She's, not only does she play to a high level up front, but you see her with England, she can fill in at right back, and I think she's an incredible athlete. So it wouldn't be a surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if she does move, to a bigger club, if that's what you want to say.
Interesting.
What about you? Do you think?
I think hindsight is a wonderful thing for this Arsenal team, to be honest. And I think Rachel Daly, as of last season, I love Russo. I've loved her for years, but I even feel Man United aren't the same without her.
Yeah.
And I think in time, she has been effective for Arsenal, but I think it would be interesting to see Rachel Daly in this Arsenal side. Do you know what I mean? But also, you just never know.
Yeah,
you never know. It's the same with like the goalkeeping situation too. Wanting to go all out for Mary Earps. I actually think Hannah Hampton would have been a better. But then Hannah Hampton might be flourishing under the likes of Emma Hayes.
Yeah.
So it's all different. Horses for course, as they say.
Square pegs, round holes. You don't know.
This is it. By the way, Kyra Cody Cross is 22.
22. Okay, a bit older than I thought. Still young though.
Still young. Remember being 22? Yeah. Where were you at 22?
I was just left Liverpool and signed at Oldham, having the time of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
So you done a good...
If I could go back to one age, I think it would be 24. 24, 25.
I was...
Mid-20s.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'd go back, I think to the summer holidays with the girls. We went on these, once-in-a-lifetime trips, aged from, age 19, 20.
Yeah.
And they were unbelievable, unbelievable times.
Get up to mischief.
Just pure carnage. You just didn't care.
Non-stop, innit? Yeah. No worries in the world.
No worries. Just no worries. I couldn't live that life now. I don't care enough for that kind of thing. But
and the hangovers are different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Back then you could just get up and go again. Now I'm in bed for about 3 days.
Nowadays you couldn't get away with spewing your ringer every morning on a holiday. But we had some good times. But I was engaged at 22 in reflection.
Oh, yeah.
That's really young, isn't it? Married at 25. But I actually think these last couple of years, now the kids are getting older and they've got a bit of chat and we can have some fun. I think we're into the best years of life.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? You get the whole you have children and it's so rewarding and everything you do for them and all that kind of stuff. God, it got a bit deep there, didn't it? Couldn't hell. Get me more wine. But yeah, go back to the holidays with the girls. What a laugh. What a laugh.
That's something that I've actually missed out on. I've never been on a lads holiday.
Oh my God.
Never ever.
Oh my God.
So
still plenty of time there, Dino.
I think this off season I've got something planned with a few mates. I'm deciding to stay in Europe a bit longer to get some sun, because normally I don't see my family, do I, all year, so I generally like to go home as much as I can, and I've missed all that stuff being a footballer, but I can imagine it would be absolute carnage.
I don't know, Dino. I've got a feeling that you wouldn't have made it had you gone on these holidays. You'd have been the guy who like died somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be a valid point.
Probably
I could have gone to Ibiza and ended up in Paris.
Oh, they were fun, but I don't miss them now. There's a Rachel Corsie. Can you do a Scottish accent?
No.
Your soul just left your eyes
How does
when
it
people saying that.
Give me something, I'll try.
Just say, hi, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing? That's decent.
Jesus.
I reckon that's quality. Hi, how you doing?
It's tragic.
Decent.
G'day?
Yeah.
Why did you say g'day? What does that even mean?
G'day. I think yours is not bad. 6 out of 10.
G'day. G'day, stranger. You little bogan.
Yeah, bogan. You can say bogan very good.
Bogan.
That's your best word.
Yeah. In fact, when I was in Australia that time before for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, the guy who I went with, Richard Arnold, is the best at impressions, and he taught me my Aussie accents.
Oh, did
on the
he?
plane. Yeah, he taught me them all. Yeah.
Quite an English fella.
He's an English fella, big camp guy, but his accents were excellent.
On point.
On point.
Bit like my Scottish then.
Sometimes we'd just like order a drink with an Aussie accent to see how far we could take it.
No
Or
way.
order dinner in Australian.
Until they picked up on it.
I'm looking for something extra large in my tummy. Yes, some of you are just realising that you're Steph's partner. See.
Here we go.
This
yeah.
is Steph's partner. Dean Bouzanis. He's also
Sounded
a goalkeeper.
northern.
He's not just really, really handsome. He's got a job too, okay?
Come on, Arsenal.
I know. Oh yeah, Steph's fiance, sorry. God, some people will cut you up if you get one thing wrong.
I know, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Straight away.
Is that Shaban's husband?
He won't be too happy about that.
Be downstairs like that. Get the kids to bed again. She's up there talking shite. Okay, do you think wifey's going to come on?
Well, yeah, I think he's got to make some changes. I think Steph can also bring something different as well with her attacking play. But they've just got back into the game, so I can see him holding out for a bit. You know, Arsenal do look on top at the moment again, but we did say that in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he needs, you know, to change something and inject something, you know, whether it be Stina, Steph or Kyra, you know, he needs something different.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Oh!
Oh my God.
What a strike. That is unlucky.
Oh, what happened there? Frida Manum pinging the bar and then Russo put it over the bar?
Yeah, Russo put her over, yeah. Tough finish from Russo, to be fair, but this is a big chance. And Frida, unlucky. Look at that. Inside the foot, nearly in the top corner.
Oh, that is a stinker.
Here we go. Oh, Caitlin as well. Caitlin and Steph both coming on.
Okay, changes happening for both sides. Pacheco off for
Corsie on.
Rachel Corsie. Steph, Catley and Kittenford coming on for the Arsenal.
I think it's a positive change from Jonas. I think, you know, they both link up well for the national team and, you know, they know each other very well. So maybe that could bring something different.
So I think this might be 100 games for Steph, by the way, because a lot of people have said in the comments earlier, no, it's not 96, it's definitely, she's had 99, so this must be 100.
Is it?
So maybe it is.
Didn't someone say it was 96?
Yeah.
We're all
Basically,
over the
we
gap.
need to start doing our research.
Surely I should. If anyone should know that, I should know that. But I'm sure Steph said.
But she should know it too. But she said today, maybe it is.
She said she saw it in the program that she's around 100. I said, yeah, but around 100 could be 94, 95.
Could be 96. Yeah. Okay. I hope it's our 100th. It is our 100th, apparently. Philippa is sure it's 100.
So they've said that. Have they said it?
Well, maybe they have said it in the commentary, but we're not allowed to listen to that because we are the better commentary. We just give you dumb information. Okay. If it's fixable, don't break it. And if it's 96, make it 100. Just round it up anyway.
It's close enough.
Keep your comments coming in. It's good to be with you. My name's Shaban. Dean is in for Russia today, which is a bit different. Thoughts on Manuela Zinsberger, please, Dean?
Yeah, I think Manu's obviously played a lot of games for Arsenal. I think recently, if I'm honest, things have been a bit tough for her. And obviously, me being a goalkeeper, we all have these stages in our career. I think the other night against Chelsea, things could have been done a little bit better from her side. I'm sure she knows that. I'm sure she'll be the first one to say that because she's a top professional and her career speaks for herself. She's the number one for her national team. But there's nothing to say that she's a great goalkeeper and a top goalkeeper. But I think recently she could have done things a bit better.
Yeah. Must be difficult. I mean, it
is because being a goalkeeper in the spotlight, I guess, and if there's one slight thing that's off, it normally tends to be a goal. But and sometimes even for myself in my career, when things aren't going well and you feel like you're not 100% sharp or whatever, you just got to believe and get back to basics and what to say. That's a great save.
She's a great. Well, that was header there from Lotte Wubben-Moy.
That's a point blank save from Anna there, and she's a New Zealander international as well.
Yeah.
Great save, and that's a good reaction save. Point blank. I think either side.
Oh, that's like a cat.
Yeah,
a cat-like reflex.
Paw, right paw.
How did you even see that coming? You need to speak to Anna. She's miles on it.
Oh, I would have conceded there, 100%.
Did you ever see that penalty shootout? I'm sure it was a cup penalty shootout. It was definitely Aston Villa. I don't know who the other team was, where Anna Leah saved 4 penalties.
Did she? Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It was only last season.
That is a lot.
It was
That's a lot.
Or she saved a penalty mid-game and then 3 in the penalty shootout. It was
Still,
something
that's
like that.
a lot.
It
She
was
had penalty genius
unbelievable.
or something. Maybe she can tell me what to do.
She just had a pure world day. It was unbelievable. But she is a great keeper.
The chances are coming for
Who was
Arsenal
that?
here. Frida again.
man.
She just has to hit the target.
This is the thing, Dean. Like there is a non-clinical way about them at the minute.
Yeah.
That's so many chances. They're in the right areas.
Yeah, the press is. They've set the press up well. They've won the ball high up, and just that final bit of quality just to put the ball in. It's a good ball from Alessia there.
Just a fraction, as Rush would say, a ball hair.
Oh, good hands again.
Anna Leah.
I think Arsenal started this half much better than the first.
Yeah.
More intensity.
A lot more like it.
And this is what we expect, I guess.
Somebody's saying, I'm pretty sure it was Van Domselaar, not Leto. It was definitely Anna Leah in a penalty shootout. Last season anyway. She was unbelievable. Maybe it's the season before. I don't know. Anyway, I've not made it up. It happened. It wasn't. Maybe it was Van Domselaar too, but there was a game where Anna saved 4. And I was like, wow.
Definitely happened. 100%.
100% happened, but Google it and check for yourself. Okay, because we're on it tonight. See, this is what Rush...
I know Steph's played 100 games.
You're the perfect stand-in for Rush because she doesn't... I'll say, Rusha, did you check this, that, next thing? She'll go, nah.
Well, that's a penalty.
What happened?
I think Russo got brought down. She was through and I think she got clipped. Or maybe not. Shoot.
She nearly went to shoot there.
Go on, Kate. Bit of magic. Kim.
Oh, gosh. Kim's drilling those low balls, isn't she? Okay, chances there. There was a lot of chances there from Arsenal. But to be fair, Villa have been busy.
Yeah, they're defending well. They're defending their box well, They are giving up a lot of chances now, especially when they have the ball in possession. I think Arsenal's press is spot on and it's allowing them to get a lot of chances, but that could be a pen as well. Dangled the leg out. I think Roos is in.
It's all a bit all over the gaff, isn't it?
Do you think the women's game needs VAR when they play at stadiums like this? Or do you think it's like a bit of a... With the way the game's going and the way it's progressing, you know, it's become so big. Again, you know, they're filling out stadiums. Do you think it's at a stage now where they need VAR so it can help the referees in these situations?
Yes, but also, Dean, the referees, some of these referees aren't full-time.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know, so it's like, how are you bringing in equipment and technology that's failing where referees are full-time?
To referees that aren't. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I do wonder about that. I think we know that the PGMOL are making sure that the environment's right for women to become completely full-time in the women's game, and they're making the steps to get there. But they've got a long way to go. You know, people complain about the officiating in the Premier League, and I'm like, some of the officiating in the WSL, I should send my mum in there.
Yeah, well,
you know,
I've seen the West Ham manager after the game complaining about the referees. Apparently they had a goal that, when it was 1-0 to Chelsea, a goal disallowed that was well onside, and apparently she was complaining that's happened 2 or 3 times to her. And at the end of the day, if it's happening, you know, it's managers' jobs at risk as well, you know, because they're not getting results.
I did see a thing going around that West Ham deserved, as if their goal wasn't offside, as if they got a goal and it was ruled offside. Yeah,
it was ruled offside, and I saw it back, it was well on.
So that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it can't happen.
I mean? So yeah, VAR would sort that out, but also then the officiating there on the grass has to be better, I think, before they take the step up. Don't get me wrong, I would like to see VAR, and, you know, maybe in time, but I just can't be annoyed every Monday when the story is all about VAR.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. Yeah. I listen to, obviously, you on TalkSport, and it seems to be that they're talking about VAR all the time.
All the time, you know, all the time.
It becomes a bit repetitive.
And also, like the Women's Super League and the women's game, I kind of think, be gritty, like stick to your, you know, they've got a chance to remain like this building giant, and everybody loves it and everyone wants to be involved in it, and part of me kind of thinks like keep it a little bit, but then also then it's unfair on managers who are clinging on for points. And
I think there's pros and cons to both, but then like we said before, I think like you're saying, keep it, because that's part of the game, I guess, you know. And it all comes down to the emotion when you score. I'm just an example, when you score and you've then got to come back for a 3-minute VAR check and all this. I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, some people saying it was definitely onside, the goal.
Yeah, it was.
Far in the men's game than it should be in the women's. There's literally no reason for the difference. VAR is too flawed maybe at the minute, and needs to get better. VAR is working in the NWSL. But yes, VAR needs to be added to the WSL as soon as possible. If men have it, the women should have it. VAR, permanent refs, and equality. But they're not. That's my point I'm trying to make. The PGMOL has male full-time referees, but the women aren't all full-time yet. So I think they have to action that before we get VAR.
Oh, what a save again.
What happened?
What a save. This is an unbelievable save. Oh, my word.
Honestly, is she a tomcat in disguise?
What a save.
Anna Leah.
Wow.
What an incredible game she's having.
I think, like, one thing also... Man of the match, 100%.
You need to phone Leah.
She's on flames. Seriously. She's actually on fire. Wow, what a save. Top hand as well.
Jeez,
I was going to say before...
Jamie's just texting Leto is on fire. She is.
She is. She's on fire.
She's like doing cat-like shit. Huh.
Wow.
Excellent stuff. I mean, just big saves.
At crucial moments too, to keep the team in the game.
Yeah. And that's, again, we were talking about the New Zealand Aussie rivalry. Like, you're saying at a young age, being at the other side of the world, like, she's of no age from New Zealand, like, you know, finding her way. And at any time I watch Anna, I feel she puts in massive performances.
Yeah, well, judging by tonight, I think she's been unbelievable. She's kept Villa in the game. And that's the role of a goalkeeper. Yeah, you can be pretty with your feet and stuff like that, but if you can make crucial saves at crucial times, it's important. It gives the team confidence as well.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of different opinions on VAR. It's certainly an opinion thing. It's for me, it's not about the equality. It doesn't. For me, that doesn't come into it. It's about if it's working or not. I don't feel it's working in the Premier League, so I don't think expect it to come at the WSL and for it to flourish. I think it has to be done properly with the right officiating for it to be beneficial. The officiating isn't good enough in the men's Premier League, and they're all full time. That's
Totally
my point.
agree.
It's not about men should have it and women shouldn't. Come on, you know me by now. That's not how I got on.
I think if you speak to the majority of footballers as well, and the ones that play at the highest level, and ones that are playing under VAR, they will say that it isn't good enough, because you can see decisions week in, week out where they have VAR, the men have VAR, and they're still getting decisions
They're
wrong.
still getting it wrong. Yeah.
Even with that assistance and help. And, to me, it just seems crazy how, we're all watching the same screen and, so many people can see what decision is, but they're still getting it wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
And like even things to do with the cup and all that, like the FA Cup before, there were some stadiums that had it. So
I think that...
So it mattered to some teams. I bet you that would happen in the women's game. That wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, well, I know the NWSL has the VAR now. That's because they're playing in all the main stadiums. But, for example, tonight you could have VAR for Villa Arsenal. But when West Ham earlier played at Dagenham and Redbridge, another great save, point blank to Stina, either side. Yeah. But then when West Ham play Chelsea earlier on at Dagenham and Redbridge, it doesn't have the facilities to support VAR. So how can you have some games with VAR, some without? Then it doesn't become fair either, because some teams are, got it and don't.
I'd like to see, like, West Ham, I think could be a bit of a, don't know, maybe this is wrong, but a bit of a sleeping giant, because they're such a London-based club. They've got the London Stadium, but they're not utilising it.
Yeah.
And I think that's frustrating for them. I think that last window, like Katrina Gorey, etc., coming in, like the results have been different. But you would like to see every club push it the way Arsenal are pushing it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's a conversation, I think, next season. A lot of the games will be at the Emirates, if not all of them. I think that will, it's got to be in their plans, surely. I mean, it's got to be. If they've had that many at the Emirates selling out the way they have, they are in for a clear argument that all of their home games should happen at the Emirates. But then I'd miss the rainy nights at Boreham Wood.
Yeah. I know what you're going, Steph. Shoot.
Oh.
Yeah. Look, if they're selling at the Emirates every single week, there's no reason why Arsenal shouldn't be playing at the Emirates all the time. And I think the women's game is growing at such a rate that they now should be playing at these stadiums. I think Boreham Wood is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I think when they sell out Boreham Wood, it is a unique atmosphere, and it is another atmosphere, because I do genuinely believe, and I'm not just saying this, that the Arsenal fans do create the best atmosphere in the WSL.
Yeah.
And I think this is where the game's going, and they need to start playing in these types of stadiums.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at that tonight. Also, like being a mum, you do realise that kick-off time is important on a Sunday night, school night, getting the kids down, all that. Obviously, the delay tonight doesn't help matters if it starts to empty out a bit quicker. But if it is a mostly family-friendly focused audience, you have to get the timing right.
Yeah.
You
it's
have
another
to.
thing too. But then it comes to TV as well. It's difficult.
It's all dominated, isn't it, by the telly rights?
Yeah.
That's why we've brought in the award-winning YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Subscribe, guys. Subscribe.
That's it, Dano. You're learning, son. Right, what's Annalise going to do now?
Good bit of link-up play here.
Arsenal have had so many shots. The atmosphere is amazing. They deserve the Emirates. Not enough people can attend Boreham Wood. This is true, because then it's 4,500.
Yeah, and people
Boreham
miss
Wood.
out too.
How'd you go from 60k to 4,500 at your home ground a week later? Oh,
I think the atmosphere Emirates when it is full. You know, I can only imagine what it is like for these girls to go out and see a full Emirates. It'd be amazing, and to see where the women's game has come from to where it is now. I think there was a photo, mistaken me if I'm wrong, 10 years apart from when Arsenal played Wolfsburg in the Champions League 10 years ago to when they played them last year. And the difference from where they were to where they are now in just 10 years' time is amazing. So in the next 10 years, you know, where's it going to be?
Yeah. Yeah, it just shows you. Here she comes. When she's on the ball, she's fucking magical. Hey. Okay, Vic Pelova, who scored the goal for Arsenal, is off, and in comes Cooney Cross.
Another fantastic bun.
Huh? I know. What a great bun she's got.
I think the Aussies are the masters of the bun.
Yeah, how are they getting that so right? Category? What about that bun?
Fantastic, beautiful bun.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Now you've put it out there. Okay, what have we played? Oh my God, do you know 81 minutes?
I know, it's flown by.
Chat, I'll absolutely breeze this up. Hi Shabana, you working at Talk Sport tomorrow at 5 a.m? Yes, I am. I will see you there, bright and early. What time do you wake up in the morning, Dean?
6:30.
Okay, that's a good
Because
grown
I've
up.
got to get to training. Don't want to be stuck in the traffic on the M25, which is, I feel like I'm just every day on the M25 stuck getting to Sutton. So
Yeah. Traffic kills.
I think every single player is camped within 30 yards of the goal here. Look, that's Leah Williamson. I think Villa are just going to try and stick out a one-all draw here. That's where all the chances have been important for Arsenal to capitalise before.
Neve said, between the Aussie buns and the blonde ponytails, we really are getting in our hair here, Dean, aren't we?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, guys.
Goal. Oh, my word.
Oh my God. How many times have they hit the post of the woodwork today? Who was
The
that?
second half, they've battered Villa. That was Stina again. It's unlucky.
that was
No,
Russo. Jeez.
It's a good effort too. I don't think she can do much more. You know, she's got up well. It's a good header. It's unlucky.
Eek.
One of these has to go in.
One of them
surely.
has to go in. Oh, bet it goes in.
Come on, Cara.
Okay. Arsenal players flooding the box. Good ball in. And it's a goal.
Yeah, it's good finish. Who's that? Lotta, I think it is.
Oh, wow. Fair play to her.
Well done, Lotta. Good finish.
She's on great form at the minute, Lotta.
She is. I think she's got a chance. She's really taken it, to be honest.
Oh, that's a big sigh of relief there, Dean.
They needed that
Yeah, they needed that.
massively. I think this thing gives them the confidence for the last few games, and especially with a massive game coming up against Chelsea next week. You know, if you lose to Chelsea and then don't get a result against Villa, it's tough to then go to a Conti Cup final. But, you know, last-minute goals, or not last minute, but late goals in games give you that confidence to then kick on, and that's a great header from Lotta.
Who's that ball in from? Lacasse?
Yeah.
Lacasse, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Good goal.
And to beat Annalete in goal tonight had to be something special. So
Yeah.
it's a great header.
She just couldn't get there. There's no way. But this changes a lot. This changes things. Fair play to Lotta. Oh, Villa on here. Oh.
Well done. Good recovery, Leah. Good defending.
I mean, could have taken a shot a lot earlier than that, I think. But not to be. So here we are. Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 2. Despite Aston Villa having the lead in the first half, it was... Who scored this at the Arsenal goal? Vic Pelova.
You'd like to think we're just making this up. We're just like not watching the football game, but we actually generally are. We're just forgetting things. I'm making up ridiculous comments that Steph's played 100 games and she's probably played 95.
She comes home and she's like, no, it's 63. Okay. We were miles off it. Miles and miles off it. Okay. Another question I wanted to ask, by the way, Are you going to the Conti Cup final?
Yes, I'm going to try and get to the Conti Cup final.
Okay.
Because it's Easter weekend. We now play Friday, Monday.
Okay.
I normally get Sundays off because we play Saturday. However, now we're training on Sunday, so I'm going to leave straight from training and make my way up. Yeah.
Good. And who is the best player you've ever played with?
Well, to actually share a pitch with, it would probably have to be Harry Kill or Xabi Alonso.
Oh, wow, I didn't know you played with.
There was a under-21s game where those boys were coming back from injury and we played Manchester United.
Oh,
Big chance.
Oh,
No.
what happened?
She ended up scoring.
Okay, what happened there?
Good finish in the end. She had ice skates on and Jonas is buzzing. Look at him.
Another
Got
goal.
his best gear on.
Another goal for Arsenal. Rachel Daly getting a yellow card here.
What's happened here?
Oh, it's getting a bit rowdy. Come on, shows the widescreen. Stina, by the way, if you didn't see this, just done a great run and then decked it.
Sniped. Someone in the Oh, is that offside?
Is she off?
Oh, sniper. Right.
And then gets up and then finishes it, to be fair. I mean, they had all the time in the world to block that. But, okay.
To be fair, it could be a handball. I think that's what they're shouting for, a handball. Cool.
Oh, that's a proper fall. Okay. So they're saying that's a handball there
Yes.
when she's got back. Right. Well, she did touch it, didn't she? Oh, through the legs, Leo. Yeah, that did look like a bit of a handball, to be fair.
To be fair, Arsenal have deserved it.
Yeah.
They've been much better in the second half. I'm pretty sure, did you ask me the score before the game? I said 3-1.
Yeah, you did say 3-1. Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
We got something right tonight.
Yeah.
We've absolutely nailed it. We have nailed it. Rachel Daly wants VAR. Giving Daly a yellow for a fair argument is stupid. Who does Dean play for? Sutton United. Who is your player of the match? Dean Bouzanis.
My player of the match. You know what I'm going to have to say? I think Lotta. I think Lotta's been brilliant. I think she's been solid at the back, good in the ball, and I think the goals just topped it off for her tonight. You know, obviously Vic Pelova was a close second, but I think for me Lotta has been brilliant, done her job, and obviously got that crucial goal.
Okay, Lotta for you. I'm not allowed to give one out because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'd say Annalia, but now it's 3-1, so that doesn't really count, does it?
Yeah, if you really had to pick someone based on purely on performance, it would be like Annalia, I think.
But you can't give it when you're beating 3-1
down. Yeah.
Okay. This is true. Okay, a few minutes to go, guys, and then we'll probably have a little bit of stoppage time. You can ask any more questions for Dean before we get going. Lotta for Prime Minister. Okay. I think it was Stina a while ago who missed the shot, spun around and scored. Must be a Stina thing. Yeah, that happened once before, didn't it?
Did it?
Do you remember the time she took the shot and like completely missed it and then went round the circle? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually
She's got
do,
moves,
yeah.
Stina. She's got moves. What gloves do you use? Poppy wants to know.
I wear my own brand, which is this one here, Jocker. So I wear my own gloves.
Wait a minute, it's your own brand?
Well, so two of my best good mates back home started a brand. I jumped on board with a goalkeeping department, and yeah, I just wear my own glove that I designed, and that fits my hand, and yeah, it's called Jocker. It's an Australian brand.
Oh, cool. Good for you. Can you show everyone the size of your hand? Oh, look at the size of that.
My fingers are all over the gaff.
Oh my God, what is that? What is that?
It's nice, isn't it? It's hard work, though.
What is
And that one.
Jesus Christ.
That's the life of a goalkeeper.
Is it? Is that just like broken fingers? And
I've actually said to Steph, like, when it comes to my wedding ring, I'm going to have to get a much bigger
Jesus,
size because my knuckle is bigger than what it
why
is.
is your knuckle bigger than the other?
Because just the amount of times the ball hits, jarred fingers, all that stuff.
Oh, no. My little precious hands. Wouldn't survive it. Stina can be quite clumsy in the best way. Yeah, it's true. Like she's a great player, and it's like that fall there was actually funny. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
Love watching
I
people
think
fall.
she's done well to get back up.
To get back
be
up
fair.
and score. Last laugh, Stina. Okay, we're into first minute of 6 minutes. Added on. What's the next fixture, Dean, off the top of your head?
Chelsea in the
Conic Cap.
Yes.
Okay.
On the weekend, and then after that,
They've got
it's too far ahead for me. Got
got
no
City
idea. There we
away
go.
at some-
Vicky, player of the match.
Oh, well done. Victoria Pelova, player of the match.
They play City second to last game, isn't it?
No. Is
Yes.
it? Is it second
away
last year?
to City on May 5th, I'm pretty sure.
Let me check. Let me just check the fixtures. Arsenal. Yeah, so Bristol on the 14th of April. Then Leicester. That's at the Emirates, by the way.
And then Everton and City
Everton,
second
that's
last.
right. And then Brighton, last game of the season. Oh, that City game's going to be massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be huge. You know, it's hard to see City or Chelsea slipping up twice, but from what I hear and understand, you know, West Ham were unlucky today. So if one of those results goes their way, you know, Arsenal still have a chance, but that City game does become massive. You know, it's got to be 3 points there.
Yeah.
Well, Arsenal have to win all their remaining games, really, to
Okay.
give themselves a chance.
And have to hope that Chelsea and City lose theirs?
Yes. Yeah, they have to lose twice. So if Arsenal beat City, then City have to lose one more game. And Chelsea have to lose twice. And it's tough.
The thing is,
Can't
though,
see that happening.
with Chelsea, like, they're in 4 competitions.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
So you would think then squad depth, they're going to be tired. Champions League's going to be huge.
Becomes massive, yeah.
They're already 1 foot in a semi, but who have they got in the semi of the Champions League?
Ajax. Oh, no, sorry.
Barca, if they get past.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So Ajax in the quarters. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, they get Bar. Is that the next round? Wow, it's a big game.
Likely because I think Barca have got Benfica, so I think they're already up from the first leg.
Okay,
so
yeah.
they would likely meet Chelsea, Barca in the semis.
Yeah, it's a massive fixture as well. You got to play the strongest team there.
Imagine they get past that. Imagine. That'd be wild, wouldn't
They've
it?
got to be the first team to win the quadruple, surely.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Well, you know, Arsenal won it in 2007.
All of them did they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Arsenal women, yeah. Oh, Barca play Bran, not Benfica. Sorry, that's what I meant. It's another B. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's the same place. Benfica, Bran are the same place.
Same, but different.
Honestly. Honest to God. Okay, last push here for the game. By the way, if you've just jumped on, it's worth reflecting how this game started. It was supposed to kick off at 6:45, and there was a issue with travel to the stadium. Jonas mentioned in his pre-match interview that the M1 travel was a nightmare. So the game kicked off 45 minutes late. Villa took the lead in the first half through Ebony Salmon, but Arsenal then levelled things out through Vic Pelova and have now gone 3-1 up, thanks to Stina and...
Lotta.
Well done, Dino. Well done. And it's been a good second half performance from Arsenal, one that was very much so needed. Like we say, they have to hope that Chelsea and City will drop points elsewhere in order for them to stay in the title race. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
Come on.
Well, we got something right at the end. We got there in the end.
Saved the best till last. And player of the match, by the way, went to Victoria Pelova. It's awkward. Like, I feel Jonas in the post-match after the Chelsea shenanigans with Sockgate.
Yeah.
Sockgate, love that.
Sockgate.
Was such a... You must be so raging having to do that interview.
I can imagine, yeah. I didn't see it actually because I was at the game, but were they pressing him hard about it, were they?
No, I think everyone was being a little bit kind about it.
Okay, yeah.
To be honest, but either way, it's an embarrassing
Of
thing
course,
anyway.
yeah,
Like,
it's a massive thing.
how did Steph actually feel about wearing the Chelsea socks? Did it get in that? Was she even bugged, or was it like just have to do it?
Yeah, look, I think the girls it happened so quick. I think they were in the tunnel ready to go out, and then they got told about the sock situation. Whatever happened, the socks weren't there. They didn't have the right socks, and then they had to go back in the changing room and wait around for half an hour or so. Look, I just think by that time everything's happening so quick. Obviously, you, being an Arsenal player, you never want to wear Chelsea socks. But if it means wearing the Chelsea socks or forfeit the game, you're going to wear the socks, aren't you? So, look, it was a bit of human error from obviously the kitman or whoever it was. But at the end of the day, you'd rather play the game than not. But of course, to wear Chelsea socks when you're an Arsenal player, it's not a good look, really.
I mean, yeah.
And mentally, I think it would impact the players for sure. It's got to, you know what I mean? You just your preparation, everything before the game is different, and it's hard to prepare for a game already. The pressure and in such a big game at Stamford Bridge, players are very strict with the way they prepare for things, and when something like that so big happens, where you have to go out, warm up, come back in. I think it affects the players mentally for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, knowing that derby and that rivalry, I would see that angering so many of the Arsenal players.
Yeah, of course.
Having to wear Chelsea socks and then wrap it up in tape.
Yeah,
must
shambles,
just
really.
wind you up. But you're right, they have to forfeit the game kind of thing and get on with it. And it was tonight's been a better performance, of course, for Arsenal. But in terms of the traffic and the build up and the game being delayed again, they had to win this time.
They had to, yeah. Otherwise, the pressure would have been on severely. Look, you can always look for things, whether the traffic situation and the amount of time it took to get to the game, whether that caused the sluggish start, I don't know. Because there was a difference in the second half where they did look much sharper. They looked much more on the front foot, and the performance was different from the second half to the first. As a footballer, you want all your preparation to be done perfectly and right. But at the end of the day, it was about getting 3 points here. You can talk about performance and you can talk about this and that, but ultimately it was about getting 3 points. Whether they played poorly but won, that was the main thing.
Yeah. And I wonder if it was Steph Catley's 100th appearance for Arsenal. We'll never know. We won't. Someone will know, but we will never know. By the way, someone's come up with the idea. Alan Smithy, time for reversible socks. I claim the rights to the idea. Well, Alan, I might have to just beat you to that. That's a great shout.
Reversible socks.
So you could have like one for home, one for away, and then that will never happen again. Like just
and then you
inside
pack
out.
less. Great shout. That is a great shout. Alan, you're onto something.
That's a very, very good idea. By the way, why, Dean?
Yeah.
Why are male footballers cutting holes in their socks?
Yeah, I don't get this. They say, I could never play with that cut sock in my calf. They say that the socks are too tight and it gives them cramps, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why.
Yeah.
I've never had that issue. I don't run more than 4 kilometres in a game, so I will never get that issue. But for the outfield boys, apparently it helps. I don't know.
Also, I think it's a bit faddy. I think it's a bit fad.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cut socks. I'm going to cut my socks.
Yeah.
Do you do like when you get off the coach, do you carry your wash bag?
Yeah.
Why do we do that?
Where else am I going to put it?
In the bag.
I don't have a bag.
So you don't have a backpack?
No.
So you just carry your wash bag?
Just carry a wash bag.
See, I see all the players, like they've got backpacks on, like, oh, look at me, I've got my Louis Vuitton backpack.
Yeah.
I must carry
It's
a
a
wash
bit of a
bag.
fashion statement.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I'll be like, right, sort your socks out and put that in your
You
bag.
can't bowl in with a Louis V backpack and then cut your socks.
Exactly. It just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't look right.
Trying to be stylish and all put together, it's not working for me. Thank you very much for coming along and have a little watch. Dean, what did you think? Has this been enjoyable for you?
Yeah, I loved it. It's, time flew. We got on here, 7:15, it's now 9:30, and I think it's gone, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed being on.
It's been good to get your insight and speak from like for also like I think one thing here is that we talk about equality. I kind of want it to be everybody's opinion too.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
yeah.
and when Russia isn't here, you're the perfect. You're the
Thank
perfect.
you.
You're the perfect makeup.
Stander in a row.
Well, we should get us all together though.
Yeah, I'm happy to do
God,
that.
you and your shit together. Imagine where that would go. All trying to think of sayings and the proper sayings and numbers that could go anywhere. But this has been lovely. Just to recap, a big night at Villa Park. Arsenal needed the win. In the end, they got the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves, but they got the job done. Thank you for watching along. It ended 3-1. Dean Bouzanis, it's been a pleasure. You've been absolutely outstanding. Anything you would like to say to our wonderful listeners before we go?
Well, thank you for jumping on and subscribe to the channel. And that's it. Thank you again.
We will see you very, very soon. Like, subscribe, leave comments. Bye.
I like